Hi and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good weekend. I know I am definitely having a good weekend. Well, sort of, because I just seen that Liverpool beat Tottenham 6-3. What's going on, man? Tottenham, you can't expect them to do you any favors. Never do Arsenal any favors. Those guys are just in the league literally to try and pull us down. There's no other point to that team. I don't get it. It's such a supposedly big club, but then never. It's so inconsistent. There. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, man. It's just so upsetting because I was expecting like a draw at least, not 6-3. Tottenham, come on. Anywho, not here to talk about those guys. Here to talk about Arsenal. And Arsenal beat Crystal Palace yesterday at Selhurst Park, 5 goals to 1. Now, let's not get carried away. The scoreline doesn't actually reflect the match because that was one of my favorite games to watch this season so far because it was just end to end. I wasn't chilled until we scored the fourth goal. It was just end to end, and I enjoy that thoroughly. And then it just goes to show the quality we have, especially. So I'm going to start with David Raya. That quality we have in that keeper, in that position, it speaks loud. Because any other guy, if it was Ramsdale or any of the guys from the past, Almunia, Demlot, Leno, that game could have easily been a draw or it could have been anything, and that's what we had in the past. These were experiences we had in the past. But then David Raya, God bless Mikel Arteta, because when Raya came in, I remember Ramsdale was already a fan favorite. So to switch up Ramsdale and consistently play Raya because we thought, okay, one in, one out. But it was like literally just one in. And then now we're able to see why he totally went with David Raya. Like there was no Ramsdale just had to go, unfortunately, because he probably had a good relationship with Ramsdale. But just seeing what qualities Raya has, we all probably would have done the same. We probably would have said to Ramsdale, "All right, catch you later, G. See you. Have a good career." So big up David Raya because he saved us, especially at some point it could have been 2-2. But he made that brave save against Mateta, who is a handful. That guy is a beast. He's a big dude, man. Yeah, big up David Raya. And then gonna move into the back line right now. I thought Miles Lewis Kelly was incredible yesterday. I really love that kid. Really, really love him. And he's like, showing, qualities of someone who can learn and adapt. Because for one, he used to be in the middle of the park until he got moved out to the left back position. And also in his adaptation, I see a lot of timber qualities in him. And that's probably from him watching Urin Timber. Because if you're smart, you would watch and learn from Urin Timber and the kind of football he plays, which is a short thing. And there's just so much, of Urin Timber rubbing off on him that I just notice, personally, and I really love. And I hope that, because of his age, he's going to grow more into that role, understand it a whole lot more, and also with the experience he's had with playing in the middle of the park, he is just going to be a beast for the future. I hope he follows in the same footsteps as Bukayo Saka. And then moving on to Gabriel, who I thought was the better of the two centre backs, still did make a mistake, at some point, but then a bit more forgivable than Saliba's. So Gabriel did play, well, and it was unfortunate for him to hit the bar. If he scored that goal, man, like if we already we're scary to other teams when it comes to set piece, but then he's just I'm sure he's going to score a lot more in future. And then now to Saliba. Man, what was Saliba doing yesterday? He was just average. And to say Saliba is average is not a compliment. Yeah, because he did do some good things, but then some of the bad things he did, if not for David Raya, that football game could have easily ended up, a different scoreline. Something else could have happened. He made a couple of mistakes. He just seemed not completely on it yesterday. And even for the first goal, like, why is he backing up? And he's done that a few times now. So it's like, Saliba, switch up. Pay attention to this flaw. Anyway, I'm sure the whole management team is probably going to call him into a room and hopefully show him like what he did yesterday and how he can start cutting that out because yeah, it's been like more than a couple of times this season already. Uh, then moving on to Urin Timber, who I thought was really good yesterday. Urin Timber just he's when you have a back two like Gabriel and Saliba, who you're sure of, like just stopping anyone, and then adding Timber to that, we already had like a Ben White who could do that, but then now adding Timber again, in the absence of Ben White, is just brilliant. It's amazing. It's beautiful to watch. I love watching Yuri and Timber. I'm always confident, anytime he has the ball or I see him chasing down the opponents. So big up Yuri and Timber. And then Thomas Partey, I'm not going to waste too much time. Partey was just Partey. He's that spine. He does the things you need him to do. It was a bit careless, here and there. So was Odegaard, but then, he's able to just kind of, fix things and just see, the whole front line. He's that guy, he's the one that you transition from, and he did that incredibly well yesterday. Even when he moved to the right back position, he was still doing that really well. Still, was still transitioning well. And then Kai Havertz did really good. Kai Havertz, I'm a fan. He has his moments, definitely, but I'm a fan, in the sense of, he's deceptively good. Kai Havertz is deceptively good. That's why I feel he sometimes gets unappreciated by the fan base. But he's deceptively good, and we need a bit of that because it's almost like he throws you off, and then he does this thing that kind of links up stuff, which was what he did yesterday in that position. Not a big fan of him playing in the middle of the park, but he played it really well yesterday. So, you can see why Mikel actually does move him into that position. And then I'll just run through the rest really quickly. Odegaard was really good. I enjoyed his style of play. I just love watching Odegaard on the ball. His movement, his body movements. He just reminds you of a combination of Alexander Hleb, Santi Cazorla, and just a flair of his own. He has his own personality in there as well. As much as I see, other influences he may or may not have had, but then it just the combination of it is just beautiful, and I just hope he stays at the club forever. Hopefully we'll build a statue for him or whatnot. But then I just love a player like that. Then moving on to the front line, Bukayo Saka, who got sobbed off. He had a hamstring injury. And that's the second time he's having that injury this season. But yesterday's one looked pretty bad because he was in crutches after. And just don't know what we're going to do without him. Without that star boy, what are we going to do? Martinelli did go into that position and played, fairly well. But, he's not the Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is a match winner. He's a game changer. Like we mentioned, we have two game changers in Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. And when Odegaard was out, we missed him. So I have a feeling that we're going to miss Bukayo Saka a lot more even than Odegaard. But hopefully not. Hopefully we still, win games, grab our 3 points and keep going. Quick, speediest recovery to Bukayo Saka. Wishing you all the best. My energy to your energy, dedicated towards healing, and I just hope all the collective energy of the fan base also, helps him heal as soon as possible because we're gonna need him, man. But yeah, then moving on to Gabriel Jesus, who could have had a hat trick again yesterday, fit and firing. I've been calling out for this guy to start games. I'm glad to see Mikel Arteta starting him in games, and he's coming into that, into that frame. Hopefully mentally, hopefully can keep himself fit for this run we're about to have. And seeing him yesterday was a lot reminiscent of the Jesus of 2 years ago when he was just running down teams and stuff. And hopefully with 5 goals in a matter of days, it will boost his confidence. So I can't wait to see him go again, and hopefully score more goals, and then we get back that Jesus that was just incredible. Then Martinelli kind of was suffering a little bit on the right hand side, but once he moved to the right hand side, he did a lot better. So big ups to him, and I think he got an assist. So good for Martinelli, but still need a lot more from him. Still need a lot more from him. If not, he's really gonna go down the pecking order soon. Soon, quicker than he knows it. If he's not like producing much, yeah, I don't know, but I'm a fan of Martinelli, and I really hope he does well. Quick substitutes. Trossard, I thought, did really well. Declan Rice, wow, even though he came on as a sub, could have easily been the man of the match. Just controlled the whole thing. Calafiori, crazy guy, man. Like, I know I said he was my left back, but he's just a bit mad, in the sense that Lewis Kelly has a bit more control to his game. But Calafiori just seems like just crazy. At some point, Trossard was even telling him, "Yo, chill, man." So yeah, and then Mikel Merino really didn't do much. Nwanyeri didn't do much. Took one ball down though really well. Like his control was sublime. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have. I think any more substitutions, but yeah, that's it. Looking forward to the next game, and we take it from there. Thanks for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye.